Kuzuzambo, a very warm welcome to Bhutan This Week, our weekly news magazine program with me, Ishik Galson. In our top stories this week, the National Assembly rejects corporatization of the National Referral Hospital. RCAC starts conducting drug tests for its new recruits. And some farmers of Jemgang taking up mass banana cultivation for livelihood. The National Referral Hospital will not be corporatized. The decision comes from the National Assembly after an extensive discussion. The idea of corporatization was to retain specialists from leaving the profession.
Opposition parties said that the mandate for the state to provide free basic health services in both modern and traditional medicines is enshrined in the constitution and should be followed.
The Soegi Shaptulu Tirutrigo Yasub Dochi Bewachin, that Dashin Tomin, Yibda Mip Caberti, Bombera Jones Shunilla, Danyam Sali Jumitub Shunilla. Machera mi Yamchung Tadu Disugi, the Soegi Shaptu Leni Dilu, the Namisemi Kangil Bombera Jones Shunilla, Anik Bergalete, Macher Gehapnalu, Dashin Tomin, the Yibda Mip Caberti, the Bombera. The Chang se junila. The ani belitindigi, mache doctor sokbagi katole, Jimmy Dorjiwanchu, certain menkandi, the legend zonizimidilu, Doctoda, Gakcha, Bombera yu se junila.
The members of the ruling party clarified people do not have to pay for medical services even after corporatization, but said they want to wait for the research which will be submitted next month.
Ngachigi doctor chobo khodile tsumigi the motion dilu ngachi japtul phi misubese phi masumi kachmuso jinga cheto to hengi jusne hemi shungi to tato mi ani benedi ngachi tagobel ruma shipsel bese ngachi labdelu te shipselne yan namsim regime ka cheto to kongi japtul hribu yebe ruma shio mahidebdu tinalu te chala namigi te kon kesho mahidebjidu Yan Kongiru report nalu te di regime imme ngachi corporation kachilo tizin lu zoojinse lezin lu zoojin di lejun onime pen anime toni imme seojin yan 좀 배고 통과 미실라
ngachi yungchung chogyurgi kablo te jimido jwanchu geong totun menkagi khatule te kongi ngachilo twede gi labdalo nekapchi te ani tawachin seumatichulo tweden chibe te anichi Ngachigi legend Zodibe Shaptodi Yasin Yargi Tansub Dojibe Bachin, the Titachitada so much to Beni Semidi Tamachi Sishunila. Nachara Chamchigi Biomitubese, the Tamba Soil Lanka, the Deoyabigi, Soil Lanka, the Telen Jimmy Dojo Chigang, Totin Menka, Kisorgapo Soritula of the Chita Gevegi, Chitachuji, Namlongitong. But
the House decided not to corporatize the National Referral Hospital after majority voted against the corporatization. Sampin Dolkar, BBS News.
The NFE instructors and ECCD facilitators could be entitled to retirement benefits and might see a slight hike in their monthly salary if the Royal Civil Service Commission considers the proposal the Education Ministry submitted. The Education Minister informed this during the National Assembly session recently.
Education Minister said the Ministry has submitted 2 recommendations to the Royal Civil Service Commission to address the issues raised by the NFE instructors and ECCD facilitators. They have raised issues of insufficient monthly income to meet their expenses and of not getting retirement benefits like the civil servants do.
The Koragi, that Derim, that civil service ki level, the S5A Nalube, Tengachigi, the Seu Tabdigibe, the U Seshunil, the S5A gi Derim Nalu, Chipdo Chibochin, the Koragi Darim Gingilfo, the Tonta Chusuda, the Sumja Lapchu, Tobi Kalu, the Jiogi Lamluda Tidigibe, the Gomjugi Toblamea, the Topsunime Seshuni, the Dare Nachigi. Sherik Henkagi Hole, the Jungi Hole, the Rewada Rechide Gachikedo Sewachin, 대 지역 현속이 대가치기 대처 피미드고 대 거라기 대디 자주 제 나우스웨기 대 레와케도 세슈니.
Currently, NFE instructors and ECCD facilitators are paid a monthly salary of 8,400 ngötam. And there are 565 NFE instructors and 672 ECCD facilitators across the country today. Pupgem for BBS News.
The Department of Adult and Higher Education is now planning to send the Bhutanese medical students back to Sri Lanka. The students returned to the country following continuous strikes in Sri Lanka since January this year. Classes for the local students resumed on 20th November.
The strike started as a protest by doctors and students requesting the government to shut down the South Asian Institute of Technology and Medicine, which is the only private university in Sri Lanka. As a result, classes of some 120 Bhutanese medical students in Sri Lanka were disrupted for over 9 months now. Officials from Dahi said they are now preparing the students to go back to the universities.
The strike has ended, but we'll have to see the situation carefully because it's a very tricky situation. If the classes go as normal, then we'll have to advise our students to go back, as I said earlier.
He said a batch of students who have exams towards the end of November has already left for the college. He added that the placement for the next batch of students is complete, of which 16 students have been placed in Sri Lanka. Kilidem, BBS News.
Bacteria developing resistance against antibiotics is increasing, but only a few new antibiotics are being discovered. Today, antibiotic resistance is a major public health concern globally. For Bhutan, although the issue is not as severe as it is in the rest of the world, the Health Ministry has come up with a national action plan to combat antimicrobial resistance.
Under the action plan, the national antibiotic guidelines will be reviewed and updated based on the antimicrobial resistance pattern in the country. This is to promote rational use of antibiotics. The former guidelines, developed in 2007 and revised in 2012, was adapted from the international guidelines.
Till now, we have been doing lots of activities in regards to combat antimicrobial resistance, but it was done by different stakeholders without consultation. But with this national action plan, we are hopeful that all the concerned stakeholders will be brought together.
The National Action Plan will strengthen antibiotics regulatory system. It will restrict use of antibiotics in animal feeds and other non-therapeutic uses.
In animals, the same incomplete course of the treatment and also sub-dose of the medicine or the antibiotic causes resistance. And another factor is use of antibiotic in the animal feed as a growth promoters also leads to antibiotic resistance in the animals. And if the animal is harboring a resistant bacteria or the pathogens, it becomes difficult to treat that animal. And also the disease can spread to other animals.
The action plan will also make antimicrobial resistance part of the curriculum of Kesagebu University of Medical Sciences. Pupkem for BBS News.
The Royal Civil Service Commission, in collaboration with the Bhutan Narcotics Control Authority, started conducting drug tests for its fresh recruits. The test, according to the Commission, is to maintain a drug-free civil service and support the national effort to curb drug abuse.
Candidates who came for the test were required to provide their urine samples. The test was done with a kit which detects about 10 different types of drugs, and the results were shown within 3 to 5 minutes after the test. An official from the RCSC said if a person tests positive, the allocated vacancy will be offered to the candidate next in line as per the merit ranking. He or she will be handed over to the BNCA for treatment or other interventions. However, the candidate will be allowed to reapply for vacancies in the civil service in future.
The youths who are taking drugs, it will be a good motivation for them because they will be thinking that to be a civil servant, we should be drug free, and then in that way, then they will be the one who are using can also then keep away or they can quit drug taking.
I believe countries outside Bhutan are also doing it, and similarly in our country, the test would benefit our civil servants.
The BNC conducted first such test for the crew members of the country's two airlines companies, Truk Air and Bhutan Airlines. Pema Salun Sring, BBS News.
Upcoming entrepreneurs who come up with business ideas are facing challenges in availing themselves of loans from financial institutions. This is mainly due to requirement of collateral to avail loans. As a result, entrepreneurs say without the required money, it is difficult to establish a business even if they have brilliant business ideas.
30-year-old Ugen Wangchuk from Lonsi is one of the entrepreneurs who recently started producing homemade soaps and phenols using lemongrass and resin. He said the financial institutions refuse to finance his project as he does not own any land or building as collateral. Loden Foundation later came to his rescue by granting him 600,000 Newton without interest.
Access to finance is the main challenge that we are facing today. I thank the Loden Foundation for the success of my business. Because of their financial support, my business is able to reach to current stage, and I'm going to get their help to expand my business in future.
Other entrepreneurs who are now doing well had to go through similar problems initially.
Youth are very much interested in taking up business. They choose it as a career, but availing loan is difficult for them, and they lose interest in it.
The business start pedalu main financial the mentor the important
The main challenge we face at the initial stage is finance and mentors. They give us the loan, but without mentor, some can't make their business ideas reality.
Project chilura ani mentor chi ani chi tam bebewachin ani bewachin
And for some, promoting and pricing of the product is another challenge.
We are not being able to advertise our products as we would want to. My product is completely new, and people are having very difficult time getting used to with the new product, and they are not very keen on trying new products.
For now, the Loden Foundation is the only civil society organization that provides interest-free loans to the entrepreneurs. The foundation also provides entrepreneurship programs such as training to the aspiring entrepreneurs.
Over the last 10 years, Loden Foundation has supported 131 projects, out of which we have a good number of entrepreneurs who actually have a bachelor's degree as their educational background. A decade before, our youth were not ready for self-employment. I think they have been always suspecting a job from the government. But now what is exciting is our young graduates seem to have accepted the reality.
He said the problems can be eased if stakeholders can come together and revise the requirements and policies of the government and the banks. The establishment of the Rural Enterprise Development Corporation Limited and Priority Sector Lending Policy are some of the major initiatives taken by the government to empower aspiring entrepreneurs in the country. This is Sonam Choden, BBS News.
Shopkeepers of Sarbang town who were affected by a flash flood last year are grappling with space crunch to open new business establishments. But the problem is expected to be addressed soon as construction of commercial structures is underway at the new Sarbang town at Shechamtha.
The Dzongkhag Engineering Division of Sarbang Dzongkhag Administration has received 71 applications from the plot owners to construct houses. So far, 25 applications have been approved, of which 10 are single-storied, 11 double-storied and 3 triple-storied houses. Renzin is one of the plot owners constructing 3-story building in the town area located along the Sarbang Sirong highway. He said shortage of water at the site is currently hampering the construction works.
There is an old water source constructed by the government for the community here. So we store water in containers from that source. The government has already reached water tanks at the source to supply water to us.
The Dzongkhag Engineering Division said temporary water supply scheme is being arranged to address the water shortage at the Shichamthang town planning site. Shichamthang has over 220 acres of land. For Karmawangdi in Gilifu, Kilajam, PBS News.
Banana is the new cash crop for the people of Brumbi village in Jemgang. Farmers there took up mass banana farming after they found a ready market with the Kenrik Namsum cooperative.
Banana trees have taken over about 100 acres of land previously left fallow in Brumbri of Tronggeok. The plantation started in June this year with 3 varieties of banana. Today there are over 10,000 banana trees in the orchard.
The demand for fruit is quite high, so we initiated and encouraged farmers of Thanglajong to go for mass cultivation of bananas. We will buy the produce from them. Our aim is to buy back the fruit and produce chips and also supply bananas to schools.
The trees have already started bearing fruits. Both farmers and staff of the cooperative are seen visiting the orchard regularly. They are expecting to harvest about almost 4 truckloads of banana this year. 28 households are involved in the farming.
We have no problem of market. If we have excess, we will take it to Thimphu and the Dzongkhags. It will promote the name of our Dzongkhag.
It is a great opportunity the Kenrik Namsum cooperative has given us. It will benefit us as we can make money within a short period of time.
The cooperative has also promoted mass banana production in Lower King, where the fruit is grown on 135 acres of land. Apart from banana cultivation, Kenrik Namsum cooperative has also initiated production of winter vegetables, fruits, and other sustainable and commercial-oriented crops in the region. For Pema Samrup in Jemgang, this is Ringdandup, BBS News.
Encouraged by the ban on import of green chilies and its soaring prices, farmers, especially in the southern region of the country, are taking up mass chili cultivation. Some are even trying new techniques to boost its production. Serena in Chuka is one such community.
With support from the Gyeok's Agriculture Extension Office, the farmers are applying plastic mulch. The method of covering the garden helps in suppressing weeds and conserves water. It also improves crop quality. This is the 3rd phase of chili transplant in Serena this year. Farmers say so far they have enjoyed a bountiful harvest.
It is not just the quality of chilies that is better this year, but its production as well. We want continue growing the spice in mass, and we are happy the agriculture officials have always rendered their support. Everyone in the village is motivated to work harder.
The first harvest of the Winter Chili Production Initiative will hit the market early next month.
The soil is suitable for growing chilies. It is just that people did not take much interest earlier. If we work, there's nothing we can't grow. We started chili production so that we don't have to depend on others always.
Similarly, farmers of Sampeling, Dala, and Lokchina Gyeogs in Chuka have taken up winter chili production. Today, 56 Gyeogs located along the southern foothills of the country, are growing chili as part of the mass winter chili production program. For Sonam Pendro, Samtin Dolkar, BBS News.
Well, that's all for this week. Do join us next time, and until then, this is Ishi Galson saying goodbye.